Right now, we're on the line with director Angel Acosta of Fortunato Films, who had a film, Green Streets, entered into the Vancouver 48-hour Bloodshots competition this past week and actually won Best Script last year at the Bloodshots 48-hour competition for his film Ghoul Fellas. Thanks for taking the time to do this interview, Angel.
Thanks for having me.
And you've been in other contests, the 24-hour film contest here in Vancouver, the 72-hour film contest, and this is your third year in Bloodshots. Kind of a horror genre. It is a horror genre for Bloodshots. What's the mindset and kind of the approach you have to take when you get the theme and creating your film for this specific contest?
Well, it's kind of nuts because you kind of get that package, gives you the prop and a line of dialogue and a weapon, and you just kind of, well, for me, I'm not really a big horror sort of filmmaker. I kind of do other things, but I like testing or trying to direct something like this, and so basically, my mindset is basically nervous and panic, and then finding something funny to do. I think I like combining that kind of genre, horror and comedy, because I think they go hand in hand. So yeah, and then, the environmental thing with Green Streets was sort of in the back of my head with my co-writer and I, and so we decided to put that into the film and make like a zombie film that has, the city's environmentalists all turning into zombies.
As a viewer that night at the contest, I got that vibe that you and your crew had some kind of conviction, some message to get across. Obviously, you're talking about the whole green issue, the environment. Initially, when you're creating your film for the Bloodshots competition, this specific competition, do you feel a little coerced, though, in the creative process that to really get a good response at this contest, you need a lot of blood, a lot of guts, and you try and balance that to convey your storyline and versus conforming to what people are expecting at this specific contest.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. I mean, I didn't really want to do blood, so I did so we made up a thing called green poo, which was just basically cold pea soup, and that's how like the zombies sort of transmitted or infected other, people with their, to get other people infected to be zombies. And so, yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not even a big fan of the whole gore porn and over-the-top blood or like the soft films. I think it's just like any sort of genre, like including horror. It comes down to like a script, a good idea, and then you just hopefully that people, just dig it. And it's a horror film, so you really can't be using your brains too much to watch that genre. It's not a mystery or a whodunit or a gut-wrenching thriller. It's just a horror film, and the films I kind of want to make are sort of like good time films. One that you want to, I don't know, like a party film. Like you just enjoy it, or you can memorize a line from the film, or you can reenact a scene, or they have like I said, one or two good lines you can recall from the film, and make it memorable comedically. And yeah, just with the whole idea around your story, like what we had with the environmentalists being the evil, evil monsters in the film. So yeah.
As we mentioned at the very beginning, this is your third year in the Bloodshots 48-hour film competition. What do you learn each year from this specific competition, doing this genre, and how do you think you as a filmmaker have evolved, and people you've been involved with through this contest?
Things I learned. Well, I don't know if I learned it, but it's great working with people that come up to bat for you. I was trying to get had a little, because everyone getting sick these days. One of the actresses dropped out to help out, and I was looking to her to be put in the movie. And last minute, Ira, an actor in the film, he found a replacement, and her name was Yoshi Bancroft, and she just delivered, like, was just great in the whole film. So I guess, like, just, you know, every time I do this, it's expect the unexpected, but, you know, at the end of the day, everything sort of pans out. Like, you know, people get together and they just help out for this cause. Like, it's a, you know, it's a horror film, it's a silly comedy film, but there's people, like, you know, putting long hours, staying up, and makeup artists doing great effects, and, you know, it's just, it's good to have, you know, people show up when you need them the most. In terms of other things I've learned, I think this past film was probably, I learned I can make a film quicker with action sequences and maybe moving the camera a lot more. Where last year in Ghoulfellas, I shot in one location at a Vera's Burger Shack on Commercial, and, you know, it was all sort of just a conversational piece where, you know, it was just, you know, it was easy. And this one, we went to a bunch of locations, shot everywhere around downtown, moved the crew around. You know, there was a lot of people, like, we had, like, at least 15 extras, and like 3 to 4 or 5 makeup artists, and like maybe like a cast of 5. So it was kind of a bigger film, and yeah, but it all kind of went smoothly. I don't think I had at any point was freaking out or you know, worried about anything. It just kind of, everyone took the ball when they had it and ran with it. And, from like makeup artist on to lead actor, it was great to have them work like that for me. So, and yeah, like I said, I learned for myself. I could shoot a movie that doesn't take place in one room, which is great, because that was maybe my fear going into this.
There were actually a few makeup artists you had on set for this film.
Yeah, no, they were all great. They all were pretty creative, had their own creative mind in terms of what the zombies looked like and what I wanted to, and so, you know, I gave them sort of free creativity and what to design. 'Cause we wanted to make certain zombies look really gross and over the top, and then some we wanted to make subtle, yet also have, you know, a zombie-esque look, and like I kind of wanted that look where the zombies were this, you know, they were very particular. Like if you watch any other film, you would be like, okay, these green zombies came from this film, because I didn't see any other sort of zombie that looked like that in our film. So yeah, and that was great for them, because they totally got what I was trying to say, and, you know, off they went, and they made they made these particular green-looking zombies, which was great to see. And they also did a lot of the tattoos for Ira, El Tremo Blanco's character, who had all these jailhouse tats and on his arms and on his neck and on his chest and a little bit on his face. So that takes forever, but they all kind of just kind of, you know, knew that his character was sort of like a white wigger gangster superhero, you know, is sort of not as cool as his buddy, but, you know, he had these over-the-top jailhouse tattoos where I think on his arms there was like a big spider web and a Smurfette and like guns and a Cadillac and area code numbers on it. So, you know, it was just kind of funny to see what they came up with and what they could do on Ira's arms, and his arm, like his body tattoos, look great. It was a fun shoot. It's great. It was one of my best shooting experiences that I had. I mean, and everyone was great. I was helped out, like from the extras on. It was just a really great and fun shoot.
We're just talking to director Angel Acousta of Fortunato Films, who had a film entered this past Bloodshots 48-hour film contest. Green Streets, and actually won Best Script last year in the Bloodshots competition for his film Ghoulfellas. Thanks for taking the time to do this interview, and if listeners would like more information on links on how to see this film, Green Streets, or your previous projects, is there a link they can go to?
Yep, you can find Fortunato Films on Facebook. Just search for the words Fortunato Films. And once you go on that link, it'll show you how to get to my website, which is also fortunatofilms.weebly.com. And all the films I've done and things I'm working on are all listed there.
Angel, thanks for your time.
Thank you.